I have even more cancer. So yesterday was my appointment with my oncologist, first time in, I don't know, at least a month, I think, because the drug I'm currently on to reduce the swelling in my head, I'm not able to do immunotherapy. In fact, today I just had my first treatment in 2 months. So yesterday I had a meeting with my oncologist, and I finally got answers to a lot of the questions that I had, because how long has it been? About a week, I think, since my family doctor called me and told me, like, okay, we finally got the results of the scan. The mass in your leg is in fact a tumor. We don't know if it's cancerous, but at the moment we're assuming that was the initial source of the cancer. So yesterday I spoke to my oncologist and he confirmed everything. So first of all, yes, it is cancerous, which, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how they know, because it wasn't detected initially on the PET scan that they did, I don't know how many months ago at this point. But yeah, anyway, he explained that, PET scans aren't that reliable. So it's not surprising, especially in certain areas of the body. So it's not surprising that it wasn't detected. So honestly, I don't know how they know that it was cancerous, or that it is cancerous, considering the fact that they didn't do a biopsy. But whatever, he seemed very certain that it's cancerous. He also said that is the initial source of the cancer, which makes sense given what they told me in the past about this type of cancer in general, forms as a mass. Or there's a squirrel. Well, I can see the shadow on the tree. Anyway, there he is. Hey, buddy. Uh, anyway, so usually it starts as a mass, usually in the leg, something like that, then travels to the lungs, and then sometimes to the head. It can also go to other areas. I've spoken to other people who have this type of cancer who have it in other areas of their bodies. But in the beginning, that's the information they gave me. So everything makes sense. So at this point, we know, okay, it started in the leg with that mass that is a huge ass tumor now. The thing is, over the years, I never feel like it grew. So it's been there. It's been spreading, I guess, for a while. Went to the lungs. That's where we first discovered it. Then went to the head, to the brain, which we then discovered. And now it's like, all right, we kind of backtracked all the way to the beginning of this was the initial source. So once we had all that established, I'm like, all right, what's the next step? Are we going to do surgery? Are we going to do radiotherapy? I'm assuming not chemo, since in the beginning they were like, yeah, if you do chemo, you're going to die. So I figured it wasn't chemo, but I'm like, I don't know, let's see. And he's like, nope, we're going to do absolutely nothing, or rather nothing different, which means we're going to use the same immunotherapy treatment that I'm getting to treat in my lungs, and we're going to treat the one in my leg at the same time. So it's kind of like, one bird, two stones kind of thing, or two birds, one stone kind of thing. Aside from that, we're going to keep doing tests and monitoring everything very closely, both in the brain and in the body, just to make sure we don't have any other surprises, because in this case, surprises aren't necessarily the best. But once again, this entire situation, well, first of all, I'm just really glad to finally have answers to my questions. And I'm also glad that we have a plan for the future, even though, as you can see if you followed my journey, well, some kids are having fun over there. That's nice. So if you followed my journey, you realize, like, life is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen, and trying to plan and trying to control things just never works out. So for now, we have a plan for the future. That's probably going to change in the future. But for now, it's just nice to know, like, all right, I don't have any questions anymore. Everything's been confirmed. Everything's settled. I feel really good. We have a plan going forward. Everything's pretty much back to normal at this point. And the other thing is just, like, once again, it really doesn't matter what happens. I still remain in this state of awe at the world, at the universe, grateful for everything. I feel like the luckiest man alive, especially on beautiful days like this. I'm out in the park, and it makes me so glad to be alive. And it's still weird to me, like, weird in the best way possible. But it's like, when I think of my situation objectively, it's like, why are you so happy? Why are you so content? Why are you so blissful? But at the same time, it's like, this is exactly what I had to go through to get to this point, to achieve this level of freedom. So yeah, once again, I don't regret anything. But yeah, once again, it's just like, all right, here's another surprise. So yeah, that's been the update. I'll check back in at some point in the future. And in the meantime, if wherever you are at the moment it is nice outside, I'd suggest going for a walk because it just makes you grateful to be alive.